Hey everybody, Defoe here. I just want to take a minute and share my testimony here through the Fishers of Men page. Everything that they are doing there is so awesome. They're really, putting a lot of effort into God's ministry through fishing. And so I really applaud them for doing that. But for me, my testimony really goes back. I don't remember the exact day. I don't remember the exact year, but I was 12 or 13 years old. And a big part of what took place to really bring me to Christ was actually changing churches. I had grew up in a church. We had went to this one particular church. I'm going to say 4 or 5 years at this point. And I had heard about the Lord. I'd heard about the gospel, but it was never really presented in a way that I completely grasped what was going on, or the fact that I really was in need of being saved. And we had actually switched churches and hadn't been going there very long. I'm going to say a month. And a couple deacons from that church doing house calls come by the house and truly shared the gospel and what was required, to be able to receive that free gift. And they shared that with my brother and I. I've got a brother that's a couple years older than I am. And they shared that with us right there in front of the garage, we're at mom and dad's house. And we both prayed to receive Christ right there in that moment. So it was really that complete understanding of realizing, one, that we were sinners, two, that we needed saved, and that Jesus came and lived the perfect life, but yet died the death that we all deserve as sinners. And once we understood that, it was just praying and telling God, hey, I realize I am a sinner. I need saving, and praying to receive Christ in that moment. So it was something that was extremely special. It was really cool to experience that, with my brother, and something that I'll never forget. And it truly is eternally life changing because of that day, because of those two guys, those two deacons that came by the house that day. God used them in a powerful way in my life, and that the fruit of what they have done. God was working in my life to be a fisherman from way before I knew who the Lord was. And he was working in my life because he put that love of it there, because he was going to use it later on down the road. So it's really cool to look back and see just where it came from and what it has grown into being. And that's how when you can look back at that kind of stuff and say, there's no way this stuff just comes to be. None of it is by circumstance. None of it is by chance. It's all part of God's divine plan. So I'm thankful to be a part of that. You can be as well. And I certainly hope that you take advantage of that.